11:47 p.m. Application number 48. Green checkmark. Ashley doesn't close the laptop immediately. She just stares at the confirmation message. Your application has been received. 6 years of experience, 48 applications, 0 replies. The refrigerator compressor kicks on. The lamp above her flickers. It always does that. She used to notice. Now it blends into everything else she has stopped reacting to. The spreadsheet is still open. Column C, status. 48 rows, almost entirely blank. At first, she thought it was bad luck. By application 20, she thought it was competition. By application 35, she thought it was her resume. By 48, something else begins to form. Because 48 isn't random. 48 is a pattern. And 3 weeks later, she will discover something that makes every one of those green check marks look different. But tonight, she doesn't know that yet. She only knows one thing. If there is a problem, it must be her. So she starts fixing herself. Ashley was a back-end developer for 6 years. Not extraordinary, reliable. The kind of engineer you don't notice because things don't break. She had shipped production systems used by hundreds of people, maintained uptime above 99%, solved bugs that no one else wanted to touch. In August, an email arrived. Subject: important update regarding your role. 14% of the engineering department. Automated notice, automated exit interview, 5-point scale, optional comments. Thank you for your contribution. She had 2 months of savings. She started applying the same week. The first diagnosis was obvious. It must be the resume. She rewrote it 3 times in the first month, changed the font, added a professional summary, removed the summary, moved skills to the top, moved them back to the bottom. A former colleague skimmed it for 4 minutes. It looks good. Anything missing? Maybe add metrics. She added metrics, reduced loading time by 34%, maintained 99.7% uptime. She sent 11 applications. Silence. No rejections, no "we've moved forward," just green check marks. And this is where something subtle begins to happen. When there is no feedback, the brain invents it. She assumed the silence meant not strong enough, not competitive enough, not impressive enough. So she optimized harder. Second diagnosis: visibility. She updated her profile photo, neutral background, natural light. She rewrote her headline. She started posting short technical reflections twice a week. She had read that activity increases discoverability. 2 recruiters viewed her profile. Neither contacted her. Third diagnosis: credentials. Week 9, a certification course. $40 she could not easily spare. 3 modules completed, badge added, resume updated. 11 more applications. Column C stayed blank. 48 rows, 48 silences. Here is the critical detail. Every decision she made was rational. Each adjustment was intelligent. She was not lazy, she was not passive, she was adapting. But she was adapting without knowing what she was being measured against. And that is a dangerous position. Because if you don't know the metric, you optimize blindly. Week 11, Thursday evening. Ashley finds a job listing on a website that looks like it hasn't been redesigned since 2009. Small startup, 12 employees, no HR department. The listing is short, 3 paragraphs. No corporate language, no inflated benefits section. Just, we need a back-end developer who isn't afraid of technical debt. Send your resume in 2 paragraphs about a hard problem you solved. She almost skips it. It looks unpolished, unverified. But something about the tone feels human. She applies. 20 minutes. 2 paragraphs about a production bug that took her 3 days to isolate. Real story, real tension. Sent directly to a Gmail address. 41 hours later. Reply. 4 sentences. Your note about the bug was interesting. We've had similar issues. Can you talk Thursday at 2 p.m.? She reads it twice. Not because someone responded, because of the arithmetic. 47 companies, 11 weeks, 17 resume revisions, certification course, tailored applications, 0 replies, 1 email, 20 minutes, reply in 41 hours. The interview happens. It goes well. 3 weeks later, offer. She accepts, and for a few days she tells herself the normal story. Right fit, right timing, smaller company, less bureaucracy. But something doesn't align, because the difference between 0 and 1 is not minor, it's structural. The spreadsheet is still open, and one variable stands out. At this company, nothing stood between her words and another person's eyes. No portal, no submission dashboard, no upload confirmation system. Just an inbox and a human being. So she searches something she has never searched before. How do companies filter job applications? And this is where the pattern finally reveals itself. What she discovers is not a conspiracy, it's infrastructure. When online applications became frictionless, volume exploded. Hundreds of applications per listing, sometimes more than 800. No recruiter can read 800 resumes, so companies installed filtering software, applicant tracking systems, software that sits between your submission and a human inbox. It does not read for meaning. It does not evaluate potential. It performs pattern matching. It scans for keywords, section labels, formatting structures, file readability. If the document matches the configured pattern, it moves forward. If it doesn't, it stops. The green checkmark appears either way. Ashley opens her resume again, this time not as a professional, as a machine. 2 columns, skills on the left, work history on the right. Clean, modern, designer approved. But many parsing systems read linearly, left to right, top to bottom. Some merge columns mid-sentence. Some scramble structure entirely. A human sees 6 years of back-end engineering, strong technical delivery. The system might read 2018 Leadership Python 2024 problem solving. Pattern mismatch, discard. She notices something else. One section is titled Technical Proficiencies. Some systems scan specifically for skills, not proficiencies. If the expected label isn't detected, the section may not register. Same information, wrong trigger, invisible. She checks the file type, PDF. Some parsing engines struggle with certain PDF encodings, visually flawless, programmatically unreadable. The portal accepts it, the confirmation appears, but acceptance is not processing. And here is the shift. Nobody rejected her, she was filtered. The system wasn't designed to find the best candidate, it was designed to reduce the pile. Those are different objectives. Ashley reformats everything. Single column, standard labels, skills, experience, education, plain formatting. She creates 2 file versions. Then she does something precise. She mirrors exact phrasing from job descriptions into her resume where relevant, not synonyms, exact wording. 9 applications, 1 week, 4 replies. Same experience, same capability, same person, different visibility. She didn't become more qualified. She became readable to the gatekeeper. That startup with 12 employees never had that filtering layer. That's why her email arrived intact. That's why someone responded in 41 hours. That's why 2 paragraphs about a bug were enough. Not because she was different there, because there was nothing between her effort and human judgment. And here's the uncomfortable part. When systems are opaque, people internalize failure. They assume deficiency. They optimize endlessly. They question their worth. But sometimes the variable isn't you, it's the interface. Ashley didn't need more credentials. She didn't need a better photo. She needed to understand the mechanism deciding who existed. The spreadsheet still has 47 blank rows, but now she reads them differently. They are not proof of incompetence. They are proof of a filter she didn't know she was passing through. She was never invisible. The system simply didn't know how to see her, and most systems don't announce what they're actually measuring. So if you are adapting and nothing changes, ask a different question. Not, what is wrong with me? But what is the system actually optimizing for? Because the difference between being rejected and being unseen is everything.